Appreciate you showing up, hanging out. This is my domain. Like and subscribe. So this is an addendum to the last video, which was about how everybody is crying to replace 343 Industries. Oh, give Halo to Infinity War, to Call of Duty Studio, whatever, all that stuff. Mismanagement, blah blah blah. All of the, backseat drivers or the couch quarterbacks or whatever you want to call them, talking shite. Well, here's what I have to say to that. If y'all want to compare and contrast studios, management, the ability to make things, these things are games that people love or whatever, right? Think about what 343 is tasked to do, right? Halo Infinite is not just a one and done single player game. That's simple. You got a beginning, you got a middle, you got an end, you fill in all the stuff, a lot of cinematics, right? Halo Infinite is a one, open world, B, taking a franchise that was not traditionally open world and making it open world successfully very hard. I'm trying to think of any other game that has done that successfully. And right now I can't think of any. But Halo did it. Halo Infinite, I will say, is a successful transition to an open world Halo format. So they're cool. Also, that open world part, that's the single player campaign, right? So in addition to having a open world single player game, they also did multiplayer with multiple maps and cosmetics and all the things that go along with that. Now, if you want to compare and contrast, compare that to, I don't know, The Last of Us 2. Everybody loves that game. It's critically acclaimed and so that well, but whatever. Naughty Dog's the best studio. They do no wrong, blah, 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 right? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to make a lot of people angry. Ponies especially, and Donkey Unicorns. Naughty Dog can't make a Halo Infinite. Naughty Dog does not have the skill to make a Halo Infinite. An open world first-person shooter, Naughty Dog can't do it. If you've noticed what kind of games Naughty Dog makes, they're all the same. Now, I'm not saying that Halo, like 343, can make a Last of Us type of game. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that you can't compare a Naughty Dog single-player one-and-done game that takes, 5 years to make and thousands of people to make it, compared to Halo Infinite, which was rebooted, jumped engines. There were a lot of difficulties and issues with the development of Halo Infinite, and for it to come out in the state that it did, which was great, foundationally speaking, Halo Infinite is the best Halo they've made so far. It's just low on content, that's all. So think about it. Put Naughty Dog and say, hey, Naughty Dog, guess what? The next Last of Us or Uncharted is going to be an open world game, and we're going to have some multiplayer stuff all put. Think about this as well. The Last of Us Part 2, right? They made it and they came out, but hold up. No, they didn't, because they chopped off the multiplayer factions, right? If factions were still to be a part of the complete package that was The Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us Part 2 wouldn't be out. It would still be delayed because they haven't finished factions. So while y'all sitting here complaining about Halo Infinite, it's been out. People have been playing it. People just, I'm tired because there's nothing new. You ain't saying nothing new. And that's true, but also I think the expectation that Halo has to have the same cadence as Fortnite is asinine. Because Halo and Fortnite are not the same games. Fortnite is one map, one open world map, and that's it. And then you get cosmetic change, you get a season pass, you get some new uniforms. Ooh, the Mandalorian's in it, so you do all these different challenges, and then boom, you get the Mandalorian skin and all that stuff. That's their thing, right? They don't have a team making different maps. Like, 5 new maps for Fortnite. No, that's not how that works. They have a community, building little games and stuff, but that's separate. That's like Forge. But Forge is gonna be a whole nother thing. But so they're two different things. 343 has to sit here and create these maps not curate, but custom make them, test them, put them out. Fortnite's not doing that. They're on the same map. They change up the map every couple of years or something like that. A year and a couple of years in, they say, oh, the asteroid hit and everything's changed, and everybody's like, yay. It's like, well, how long did it take for them to change the map, or do a no build mode? How long did it take? Years. So don't look at Halo and Fortnite in the same way. Don't look at 343 and Naughty Dog in the same way, because it's not a fair comparison, and comparing those two is a little disingenuous. So, I just wanted to say that real quick. All of these people out there that are complaining, they want Halo to be good. I understand that, but at the same time, Joseph Staten and 343, they know, and they're prioritizing. So when they say, couch split screen co-op, okay, first they said that they're stopping development on it. They didn't say they were canceling it. They said they're stopping development on it, which leaves it open for them to maybe revisit it later or something. But they are prioritizing things, more important things, I would assume, and I would say, yes, in the game, whether it's something they need to fix, whether it's something that is pertaining to Forge or online co-op. Let them fix the things that are more important. If these people are very smart, okay? Game developers are extremely intelligent, and they know how to prioritize things. They know, they'll say the leader, whoever's, whether it's Joseph Staten, who's calling the shots as far as prioritization, I would assume he is. He has made many Halo games. So if you're gonna say, oh, the leadership, they don't know how to manage, no, that's not what's going on. What's going on is that the game was in shambles and ruins, and he is trying to cobble together the pieces and glue them together real quick to make it a product that will stand the test of time and last and be what Halo should be, And I think Joseph Staten is one of a very capable person, and who's in his hands, it's a very well taken care of. I think he was handed a very difficult situation, a difficult position in the state that Halo was in when he received it. So that's the thing. And right now, like when it launched, they delayed it for a year. It launched super solid, right? So I'm like, well, was that how the game was before? It must not have been, because they delayed it for a year, and this is how it came out. And I'm like, it's pretty good. Like I said, just light on content. And so that's where all this fear and doubt, fear, uncertainty, and doubt is unnecessary. It's uncalled for. And I understand it is the culture of the internet. You hear a little bit of bad news. Oh my gosh, fix it in 3 months. Why can't you be like Fortnite? Why can't you do? Because it's not the same. Making Halo maps takes more time than doing a freaking costume for the Mandalorian or freaking Batman or whoever else, Shaggy or whoever. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. You're comparing two things that are not comparable. So let's not be super hard on 343. Let's give them the time they need to make the product that you want to play. And y'all know y'all want to play Halo because you played it in the first place. If it was hot garbage, you wouldn't have played it. You wouldn't be upset about it not being good right now, or not being where you want it to be right now. So you want it. So just let them work. Let them fix the game. Let them make the content that you want. Stop giving them a hard time. I mean, you can give them a hard time, but honestly, I will say that any hard time that you're giving 343 right now is unjustified, because except for the promising the whole split screen thing, and like I said, if you look at the language, they didn't say we're canceling it forever, it's never going to come out. What they said was that they're moving resources over to more important things. Basically, they're moving resources off of campaign, split screen, co-op split screen, and putting those resources, allocating them to more important things. And that's what you want a freaking game company to do. You want them to make stuff, like I said, maybe down the line they throw that in. It's already apparently working on the OG Xbox Ones. So, the code is in there. They probably just couldn't complete it, or there has to be bugs. There has to be something. Maybe it hasn't gone through all the testing that they need to. there's however they do it over there at 343 from Microsoft. It's fine. Just let them do what they need to do and get it done. And please stop comparing 343 to any other. I mean, you could probably compare them to, I would just say, an open world first-person shooter. Go ahead. And then you tell me which one is better, which one plays better, which one's more fun. I'm gonna say Halo probably, because it has been more fun than most. If you think about Apex Legends is fun, but there's no story. There's no real single player campaign on that. So it's like, okay. Warzone, same thing. There's no, you can say Cyberpunk 2077, but that game, about that game, it may be good, but it's no Halo Infinite. The thing about Halo that has always been there is the real goofy physics. That's one of the charms of Halo that people don't understand. Biko, what up, legend? He always complains about the unrealistic. There is no bullet drop in Halo, I don't believe. So it's like, oh, it's unrealistic because there's no bullet drop, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, because it's Halo. That's what Halo is. Halo is a freaking sci-fi, goofy, alien, first-person shooter. The grunts run around saying funny stuff. Joseph Staten was the voice of the original grunts. I think he's still the voice of some of them. It's funny. So anyway, let's just chill for a second. There's other bigger things to be crying about on the internet when it comes to video games. Price hikes, anyone? I'm just saying. So I know you want to be on the blue side, be on the green side, and complain, and be on your team, complaining for your team, rooting for your team, whatever. But honestly, certain things should be called out, and certain things, okay, sure, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the biggest deal. And I know the whole COVID thing is an excuse, if you will, but it is actually a valid excuse. So if God of War Ragnarok comes out kind of messed up a little bit, you know why? God of War Ragnarok is literally God of War 2018. It's a sequel to a PS4 game in every sense of the word, because it's coming out on PS4, so it's not a PS5 game. It's a PS4 game. They're upscaling, basically. So that look at what's happening. More people should be crying about having a PS5 for 2 years and not having any PS5 games, not any true PS5 games, because just because they didn't put Ratchet and Clank and Returnal on PS4 doesn't make them PS5 games. You understand what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. Because those games can run on a PlayStation 4. Now, you could be semantical, and you could say, well, technically it's not, because it's not. And I'm like, okay, sure. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But anyway, give Bungie, wow, give 343, give them some props for what they have accomplished with Halo. The fact that Halo is still a fun game to play, you should remember that. I was thinking about, I keep hearing all this news about Halo. I'm like, yo, I gotta get back to it. I gotta finish that campaign. I haven't finished it yet, so I was stuck on one thing, one mission. I'm not stuck on it. I get to a certain point and I was like, I don't feel like. It's like, you gotta go this way, shoot these people, then you gotta clear up this whole base. Like it's like a gate, one of those gate bases where it has like the gates on each side and the base in the middle. Like, oh man. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do it another time. But it's still really fun. So I'm gonna definitely go in and finish it up. I think I'm pretty close to the end. So, but yeah, let's be a little bit more focused, laser focused on the injustices of the video game industry by the corporations. Not so much, oh man, my favorite game is delayed, or this mode is canceled or delayed or whatever. Bigger fish. Look at the bigger picture. Appreciate you hanging out, guys. Like, subscribe. Go in the comments. Let me know. Am I crazy? Is 343 that inept? Is it the management? Excuse me. The management so bad that they can't figure out how to... I didn't really go into that aspect, but It's not the management. It's the circumstances. And making games is hard. If you guys didn't realize that, making games is real hard. So, yeah, but we'll be alright. Halo's gonna be alright. I'm not worried about it. It's like, you know, you should be worried about what Bungie's gonna do next and what Sony's got in store for Bungie and all the GAAS games as service games, because whoa, almost crashed. The Destiny was kind of hot garbage when it launched, and their multiplayer, which is like one of the main things about Halo, that was good and is still good. Why is the multiplayer in Destiny not as good as Halo's? That's what I don't understand. That, like, for real, I do not understand how Destiny's multiplayer PvP is not as good as Halo's. It should be better, right? But it's not. So I'm stupefied for that. So when it comes to that aspect of the games as a service type of thing, I mean, either they're gonna make another Destiny clone, or they're gonna try to make a PvP multiplayer thing, or they're gonna try to do a Fortnite or something. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I don't know. It's a very giant question mark when it comes to Bungie's ability to replicate what they did, that magic with the first Halo, because they haven't been able to replicate that with Destiny. Destiny's a different beast, so we'll see. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, and remember, go in the comments, see what's up, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Till the way.